Hello, hello. How is YouTube today? It's Marilyn Opitz of the BibaGirrrl Show. Thank you so much for joining me and watching me. If you've never seen me before, please hit thumbs up and please hit subscribe. I talk about beauty. I talk about style. I've been Avon independent representative, we like to call ourselves. We used to be called Avon ladies, but now anybody can be an Avon rep, and I've been with Avon consistently now for the past 3 years. I'm a President's Club member, bronze ambassador for my team. I'm really excited to share with you some of my current favorites for skincare, with things that have been really helping me with my skin and improving, things that I'm seeing improvements on, and things that are helping me work on to achieve better skincare goals. Okay, just so you know, I'm 56 years old. I'll be 57 in a couple of weeks, and I'm feeling like my skin is the best it's looked in years. Okay. A lot of people know of Avon and our skincare. Avon was on the forefront of research in the 80s and 90s with some of the things that they developed in terms of the alpha hydroxys and retinols. And a lot of people know Avon for their Anew line, and then the Anew line we have several lines in our Anew line. Now, around 2 years ago, Avon got bought out, and I don't know if you could say merged or became underneath the umbrella of the LG multinational corporation. Now, a lot of people know LG for LG appliances, phones, refrigerators, all those things, but LG is also ahead of multiple skincare lines, including Belief, okay, including VDL, including the Face Shop, a lot of K-beauty brands, because they're based in Korea, but a lot of their skincare is sold all around the world, and they're huge, okay, huge and just phenomenal in terms of their performance. So worldwide distribution and fantastic track record, especially with the Belief brand. A lot of people know Belief. It's still sold at Sephora. It's still sold at Ulta, but many don't know that you can buy Belief through the Avon representatives. Okay, so I'm going to put all my information down. I always do put all my information down below in the description box, and you can always reach out to me in my other links and my other social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm Facebook, I have a Facebook business page, I have a Facebook VIP group, Twitter, all that good stuff. On BibaGirrrl Beauty, pretty much everywhere. Here is the only time it's the BibaGirrrl Show, because this is my show. But, I also talk about other stuff. Today we just went to a really fun yard sale in our community. And it was a really nice day finally in where we live in the DC area, DMV, we call it DC, Maryland, Virginia. Finally have some decent weather, and sometimes I talk about different hauls from other brands and different beauty products and other brand, makeup, beauty, tutorials, fashion, plus size fashion, as well as, different things. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things on here. Sometimes I often talk about my real life while I'm doing my tutorials. I'm not just, about the beauty. A lot of to me, it's beauty from within. I've been working on my, personal development for the last, since about 2012. But in a way, I've always been a work in progress. The lights have always been on, and there's somebody been in home in there, even when I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Survivor of many things, and I say a thriver of much more. So life is more than survival. Life is about thriving to getting to the other side of survival. And I'm going to be having more videos where I'm talking about that. And one thing that what I've noticed is now that I'm in a better place in my life, I've had the time to really have the lack of stress help my face. And that's a part of it. But as well as I'm not a heavy smoker, so that's another thing that is kind of an anti-aging thing. I don't smoke, really. I haven't smoked, maybe, little here and there, like in high school or whatever, but that was 40 years ago. Luckily, I never got, caught up in being addicted to smoking. So, I've never been a regular smoker. That I'm not living with a smoker, so I'm not exposing my skin to a smoker. Also, when I say smoking, that can also mean smoking pot. It can also mean vaping. All those things dehydrate, okay, as well as a lot of medications can dehydrate your skin because it comes from within, okay? So you have you want to be in a healthy place, as healthy as you can be, and a lot of water, drinking a lot of water helps too. So, just keep that in mind, healthy habits, as well as getting good amounts of sleep. But I've always been a very nocturnal person and didn't sleep much. And many people, sometimes people would say to me, "Well, you look so refreshed." I'm like, well, I only had 2 or 3 hours of sleep last night. Well, like, you don't look it, But somehow there were other times where I could tell it was showing. So I'm lucky that a lot of the things I've been through have not shown, or if it did show on my face, I've been able to reverse some of that with some really great habits and some really great products, which I'm going to talk about right now. So anyway, getting back to Avon. Avon has several different lines. So I said, and their own line, which is the new line. Many people know are some of our classic products, our ultimate line that looks like this. There's also a platinum line that looks like this. A lot of, these are some of our top sellers of the classic Avon line. Okay, so then the new company came in and we started selling a wider variety. We started selling Belief and a lot of the Belief products and Belief cleansers. And then we've been able to use their laboratories with our laboratories and create some new products, right? And expand on what we have available. So the products I'm going to be talking about, or one of them was created with both of those laboratories' knowledge merged together, and another one was part of the new the things brought in from the newer company. Okay, so for me, one thing I do is I just want to clarify that I use several different kinds of cleansers on my skin. My skin is kind of like an oily combination, but I also had a lot of surface dryness. I have a lot of pore issues, which a lot of times many don't see because I fill it in with concealer. I also have rosacea, sometimes depending on the lighting, and for some reason when I'm on my phone on Facebook, you filming with my phone on Facebook Live, it's one thing, but then when I film this way for YouTube, it does something different, and I don't know why, but I'm able, I guess with their settings, I'm able to make it look brighter. I'm not sure, but if I make my ring light too bright, my eyes start watering while I'm trying to talk, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good look. I'll look like I'm crying. So my eyes are very sensitive to light. So that's another thing that, well, I tend to not do as much over here because of constantly having to film twice. And I'm going to start doing also on my Instagram lives too. So you might want to check around, but sometimes when Facebook decided to make that change where I couldn't save my Facebook lives and just bring them over here, and then you'll see the last one I did where I did that grocery haul where I was talking to 2 different places at once. That was me trying to film with one and trying to film another so that I wasn't trying to do both, didn't have to come and do another set of videos. So, I'm trying to do a bunch of different things here to get around all of these different kinds of limitations and seeing what works, seeing what works. But I'm so grateful for you guys to follow me. I'm still to have this great palette that I'm giving away. And when I get to 1,000, so please share as much as you can do to get me some followers. And once I get to 1,000, then I can at least, I think I can get comments again and then do lives, because it's another thing they decided to take away. If you had less than 1,000 followers, they took away the ability to do lives over here, as well as they took away the ability to have comments and be able to comment back and forth with the viewers. So, it's very hard, so I'm trying to be more consistent, and the more consistent I am, the more I can build up. But if the people who were on told 3 friends, and those friends were able to subscribe, it would get me way up higher. And the more, I guess that their algorithm, even like YouTube has its own algorithm, that helps too. So anyway, getting back to skincare. Okay, so skincare, for me, what I started to see was consistency is key. I alternate between a few different cleansers, okay? The jelly cleanser from Believe, which we have, and the Dr. Belmer foaming cleanser is also, it's another thing that we have. That's also with from the collab brands, and a few other ones. We have Avon skincare line, a clear skincare line, which I don't know how much longer we're going to carry that, but that's our acne line. So that also has a facial scrub, and then they also have toning pads that are really great for acne. Those, and then sometimes I even use a Clearasil. I kind of alternate between those pads too. So imagine it's at night and I'm taking my makeup off, and I would use a rice water bright wipes to take my eye makeup off with, and then I would use the toning pads, either Clearasil or the Avon's Clear Skin line toning pads. Then I will use more wipes to take my makeup off, or sometimes I'll use those cleansers I was just talking about, or if I'm using the Mission Luxe Reeve, I'll use the foaming cleanser. Now, the reason why I'm showing this size is because we actually have a travel size, travel size, however you want to put it. This is one of our higher end lines, and we actually have a travel size kit that you can try it out, okay? So when they first brought these products in, people saw these in the catalog. We just got samples of the serum and the cream, and they saw these prices of $180 for the serum, $280 for the skincare. Some people would see these things in here and think it was a joke. They couldn't believe that Avon had products that were that expensive, because a lot of people thought of Avon as a cheaper brand. They thought of us as comparable to, like, say, Wet n Wild, okay? They thought of us, or even below that, LA Colors or something. They compared us to those, some of those types of bargain brands. They thought of us as a grandma brand, okay? Yes, we have grandmothers using it, but we also have a lot of teens using it who have been using some, a lot of people recommend our BibaGirrrl line. A lot of people recommend our makeup and a lot of things. And like I said, we were on the forefront. So once we merged with this other company and we started carrying some of these higher end things, those of us who are reps, we started using it. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Okay. So the first thing that came out was I got this one kit that was $85 for the set that had the essence, toner, it had the trial size serum and the trial size cream. Okay. Keep in mind, this is the size of this essence toner, okay? This is enough toner for the last me for the next 20 years, okay? This is how big this actually is, okay? Even if you buy this individually. Okay, so then it just came with these two. I had also been able to get the little sample packets, so I was able to try it to see, would it break me out? No, it didn't break me out at all, so I just couldn't get enough of it. Then we came out with this set, which is, this is the trial set for $38. This has the foaming cleanser, this has the serum, this has the cream, the essence, the eye cream, and the foaming wash. Okay, so you could use the foaming wash, so I would use the foaming wash sometimes as my cleanser. Okay, then they have their essence is a toner, but it's more than just a toner. It's not an astringent toner. It is a toner. It's almost like a toner that is like a serum built in, and it preps your skin for the next levels. It also has a special seal, so I had to use a pair of tweezers and actually scissors to get that seal off because it can be a little flaky, a little problematic in terms of getting it off. So, but anyway, let me just show you. The foaming wash comes out like a gel, but as soon as you wet it down, it foams up, okay? Then the essence is a really great thick liquid, okay? And that liquid, it just goes in and it deep penetrates, and it does help prepare your skin to be better to absorb the next products, okay? But even of itself, it's very softening. It's incredible how great it feels, okay? So then you do that, and then their eye cream, okay? Just to show you here, look at how rich that eye cream is, okay? It's not going anywhere. That alone is so incredibly rich, and I will, even though I've got makeup on, I can show you how I put it under here. I don't just put it under, I put it around the whole section of my eye, okay? The whole section, where you tend to get bags, where you tend to get dark circles, where you tend to get a lot of sagging, and I will lift up you lift your brows with it. Then I also put it in through here, in this area, and I kind of just work around and I also work it here, go vertical, here and here and here, because crow's feet are horizontal, so you want to rub that in on the vertical. Anywhere you have a horizontal line, you want to work that in vertically, okay? Anywhere you have a vertical line, you want to massage those products in on the horizontal, okay? So that's an important tip. All right, so you can also do those manipulations when you work in other moisturizers or whatever skincare products you're using. Okay, so that's the eye cream. Okay, so then after I do that, work the eye cream in, then I'm going to use my spatula here. The cream, you can see how rich this cream is. There's the cream, okay, and then I probably use a little more than that, but this is just to demo. I'll probably use about the size of a dime, okay? Then with this, I'd use about the size of a pea. This is the serum and the cream. Now, most skincare specialists will tell you, put the serum on first, work it in, and let it dry a few minutes, let it moisten, and then work your moisturizer in, okay? But me, I'm telling you, I work them both in together, cocktail it together, and then I work the whole thing on my face and then my neck, okay? And this I do a lot to lift down here, do a lot to lift down here, pad, work it in here, go horizontal to work on some of these smile lines, and then these most of us get these horizontal forehead lines. You want to work this. If you've ever had a professional facial done, the first thing you'll do is you'll feel their fingers go like this. They're going vertical. The vertical movements help break down the horizontal line this way, okay? And really work it in, and then you've got your moisturizer. Now, right now, there is nothing built in terms of sunscreen with these products, but these products are incredibly rich, okay? So, and this is a great way to start, okay? Or if you wanted to buy a few of these come in a beautiful gift box, blue gift box, okay? You put in it, it's got that kind that's got that cardboard, and then you pull out the box, and then you lift it up, and they're set in little plastic case, So it's a great gift item, $38, okay, for you to try the whole thing. If you want to move up, because we do offer a set that has the full-size foaming cleanser. You have a set that has the full-size essence. A full-size essence that's what I said, with the travel-size serum and the travel-size cream. The foaming cleanser is $65. Then you get a triad size essence. So you know, there's no set that has everything full size. Okay. It's either one full size and a few trial sizes of one of the foaming cleanser, or one full size of the essence and trial size of the serum and cream. Okay. We do have a set that has the eye cream, full size of the eye cream, plus some rose quartz eye massagers. So, and then for a while there, we had a set that had a roller. But we don't have that available right now. But I would say if you want to really get a really good way, because I would say this is this $38 5-piece set, try it set, is just fantastic. And then when you're, you know, sometimes we have it and sometimes we don't. But if you really like it, then you could invest in some of these other sets where you get some of the full size, like the full size products and the one of the full size products and a few other trial sizes, and then maybe, you know, and then maybe a few weeks later, because the full size will last quite some time. And then the next time you've got a little bit extra money, then invest in the full size of the essence with the other trial sizes, and then as time goes on, invest in the full sizes. But anyway, or by that time, usually this kit is available. Then get the kit again, you know. But that's how I've been doing it, without having to spend a lot of money in that, you know, on that line. Okay, so I also alternate between this line and the Equinox LS New, which is platinum line, which is much more affordable. The LX New platinum line is a hibiscus extract based skincare line, organic, and helps skin look lifted from every angle. And I can attest that it works. Okay, so what I do is I either will use that Mission Lux Reeve line in the morning and then use the hibiscus line at night, or vice versa. Use this in the morning and use the Mission Lux Reeve line at night. Or sometimes I just do one all day and then the next one the next day. Okay, if you want to do it that way, it's that easier to remember. But for me, I've been alternating between these two and they've been really working. Okay, now this line does not have a cleanser yet. They just came out with a product that has a sunscreen in it, but it's not in the main brochure yet. It's now being released just to reps, but I can also order it for you if you want to try it out, okay? But you still have to contact me for me to order it ahead of time. I think it'll come out either next campaign, which starts, was it Wednesday of this week, or it'll come out the campaign after. But contact me if you're interested in that, because the main ones do not have sunscreen in them either, okay? That's another thing. I'm very sensitive to sunscreen, so I don't usually use products with sunscreen, skincare products that have sunscreen in them. Just as a for instance, okay? So there's in this line there is a serum that is hibiscus extract infused with collagen boosting peptides and rejuvenating antioxidant, helps visibly smooth wrinkles, tighten facial contours for firmer, smoother, more lifted look. And it's hypoallergenic, okay? Everything is hypoallergenic, and the eye cream is ophthalmologist tested, okay? So all of these products have this hibiscus extract. Now this is the full size of the serum, okay? This one is the most expensive out of this, which is $44.99. This is a much more affordable line, and it's very, very concentrated. It's wonderful. There is a slight fragrance to this. There's a slight other fragrance to the Mission Lux Reeve. We do offer fragrance-free skincare too, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But just a heads up, there is and I'm usually very, very sensitive to florals in products, but for whatever reason, thank God, this works for me. Okay, so anyway. So what I do is I start with the eye cream first, okay? So what I do is you'll see how rich this eye cream is, okay? Look at how incredibly rich this is, okay? So I start with this eye cream, and just like what I showed with the eye cream from the other, I will work it in. I go from outer into inner, and then another thing is I also work my eye cream in the hollows in here, and work that in there, so that, and then lift and work on the crow's feet. So because of that, that is, you can really see, look at how much moisturizer is in that. It's just incredible. It's the eye cream. One thing that the eye cream has, it is panthenol, hydrating panthenol, revitalizing antioxidants that leave the delicate eye area much more lifted and moisturized. So that is huge. So I start with that first. You can hear my chair squeaking. Okay, so start with that first. Then, okay, most skincare specialists, just like what I said about the Mission Luxe Reeve, most skincare people will tell you use a toner or put the serum on first, let it dry, let it sink in and penetrate the skin, and then put your moisturizer on. But I am going to tell you my secret, okay? My secret to doing all this is they have a day cream and they have a night cream. And all of these have these, and many skincare have this special tab, and you make sure you lift that, put it upside down, so that when you shut it, you've got it back on. Okay, so I always put it back inside the lid. Okay, so what I do is take a little bit of this cream, take a little bit of the cream, maybe a little bit more, okay? Then here's the night cream. The night cream is also even richer. Just incredible. Just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. All right, and I put more in my hand. Then I squirt the serum. I'm mixing the day cream and night cream together and the serum. And I mix it all together to a power moisturizer. And that's what I work in. That becomes my main moisturizing cream. I do the whole thing. Exactly what I said about the vertical, going horizontal on the vertical on the horizontal, or under the eyes, the nose, the neck, the face, the whole shebang. And then sometimes if I have leftover, I put it on my hands, I put it on my arms, I put it everywhere, okay? Put it down here, my décolleté. You really want to be careful moisturizing your décolleté and your shoulders, all this. I've got on one of those halter sports bras that come up here. And put it everywhere. Put it everywhere. If you have extra, I'll put it everywhere. Because I have makeup on, I can't put it all the way, But that's what I do. Put it everywhere. Work it in, 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 work it in. Okay, then when I'm all done, I'll put a lip balm on or a lip gloss, and then I go to bed. Okay, in the morning, I would use a, face wash, and then do the same thing. With this line. Okay, now, a couple other things I note. Once a week, I use this collagen booster multi-needling polisher, okay? It comes in a tube about this size. It is $18.99. It is a fantastic, it is like a microdermabrasion scrub, okay? It diminishes pores, fine lines, and wrinkles. It's not only collagen, it helps boost the natural collagen that's already in my skin. One thing I noticed within a few days of using it, certain blackheads and certain pimples that had been underneath the surface layer of my skin were starting to come up, and things that had been festering for a long time, and it got so much better. Okay, I had always had, and I still have a tendency, but nowhere near, even in through here, where I'd always had a lot of really bad pores and scarring. It's starting to soften. this really started to soften. Okay, many of you, even you can go back and watch some of my earlier videos where you can see me from the side, where I had a lot more sagging in through here and then through here. This is getting so much better. It's like unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's still there. It still says, you know, I'm not a spring chicken, but at the same time, you know, it's so much better. Okay, so another product that I use is from our vitamin C line, and the vitamin C line, it's called the warming peel. Now, it makes everyone think, some people either think it's a peel off, a mask that you put on, you peel it off. No, it has the peel properties. Now, if you've ever had a peel at a facial, at an esthetician's office where they do a series of liquid treatments that help exfoliate your skin, like those are called peels. So this this warming peel, it's a scrub. It can either be used as a scrub or a mask. So what I do is I take that collagen booster in that pink tube that I just showed you, and I mix it. I cocktail it with this. I use about one squirt of this pea size of that collagen booster in the pink tube, and then I use a squirt from this tube. It's about, you know, pea size, mix them together, and then work it all throughout my skin. And I work on my problem areas. I work on where I have enlarged pores. I work in here. I work over here, because I used to have, and they're all starting to lift up. I had a lot of even blackheads, and it was almost like where the makeup would build up. And I also had them in here. They're finally going away. I can't get over the difference. I even had it here for where I'm always wearing blush all the time, where my contour blush. I always had a few under here from where my makeup line. It's unbelievable, okay? And I use this once a week, or if I happen to fall asleep with my makeup on, or, you know, sometimes, you know, you fall asleep with your makeup on, or you go have a late night, you just fall asleep, you just don't want to deal with it, and you're fine. So the next morning, I'll use a foaming wash, or I'll use my Dr. Belmore wash, or a foaming wash, or the jelly cleanser, and then I will do that combo of the collagen booster and this for that second wash, just making sure my face is really clean. And then I'll either do this mix that I just showed you of the eye cream, of the serum, and the day cream and the night cream all mixed together, work that in as my moisturizer, or I'll do the serum and the cream mixed together of the Mission Luxe line, with, you know, put the essence on first, the whole bit, do that whole line, okay? That has been unbelievable. It's unbelievable how my skin, I have a lot more vibrancy in my skin. I've recently made friends with someone who I had not seen since 8th grade. And when was 8th grade for me? Okay. 8th grade was 1978. Okay. 1978, 79. She went to a different school, and back then we didn't have social media. It was very easy to get lost, lose people. And even if you had their phone number, you didn't even know what to talk about, because you went to different schools. It was like, it was almost like, even if you're like 10 minutes away, all of a sudden things change. Now things are different. You can have people, 10 different people going to 10 different schools, but because of social media, you can be in contact, and it's different. It's a different time. But anyway, so we hadn't seen each other, and I hadn't even found her when, say 10, 15, 12 years ago, when I was finding a lot of my childhood friends, or junior high or high school friends or even people I knew from my early 20s, back when Facebook started. That was when a lot of people got on Facebook and your social media, whatever, like, oh, what happened to that person? Well, let me see if that person's on here. Let me send them a friend request, whatever. I hadn't even found her then. I just now recently found her, and she was like, wow, Marilyn, you look so radiant, and I was, this is my business, now, you might not be into aging, or you may have a whole drawer full of different skincare products that you bought that are not working, okay? Or you didn't think are working. I guarantee, for one thing, consistency is key, as well as when you might be happy with what you're using on your skin. That's great. But I guarantee if you start using those facial massage manipulations that I'm just telling you about, I guarantee you'll start seeing much more results, and you'll see things work faster and better, and just at a higher higher level, more ultimate level of performance for what you're using, right? So you could be using Lancome, you could be using, Shiseido, you could be using, Tarte, all these different brands, okay? A lot of it is consistency, finding what works best for your skin, as well as, using, knowing how to put things on, okay? And trying different things. For me, I don't have the time. I don't know about you, but I don't have the time to put one thing on and then sit for a few minutes and then put something else on and let that sit in for a few minutes or whatever. Because that's what a lot of the experts tell us. But for me, I was like, let me try these things and see if this works for me, and see if this is a faster, and we do, in the hair business, we cocktail products together. Sometimes we'll cocktail a leave-in conditioner plus a styling product to blow out somebody's hair, right? And it works, so I just started saying, let me cocktail these things together and see if it works, and it worked for me. And so I just wanted to share what I've been using, what's been working, how I've been making them work, and the results I've been getting, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this with your friends who love, skincare and beauty and style, or maybe just someone who might need a smile. And I hope things are going well for you in your world, wherever you are. The world is crazy right now, and if I can help make you, look and feel more beautiful, then I feel like I'm putting beauty out in the world. And if we're all looking and feeling more beautiful, then we can, kind of help things stay positive despite all the craziness that's out there, right? So anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. You can message me. Like I said, I have all my info and more info in the description box below. And I'm on Facebook, Marilyn Opitz on Facebook. BibaGirrrl Beauty, BibaGirrrl with the 3 R's, okay? BibaGirrrl Beauty on Instagram, BibaGirrrl Beauty on Twitter. Sometimes Twitter is more like I'm on there chatting about TV in addition to the professional stuff, but I love pop culture. For me, pop culture, movies, style, fashion, all those things inspire me, and were all things that sometimes I just watch TV for the outfits, certain TV shows for the outfits, because it helps. Why not? Whatever helps get us through. And soaps are fun, and sometimes something lighthearted like comedies, anything that can change your mental channel. And for me, I'm so lucky. Next year, 2023, I'll be celebrating 4 years in the beauty 40 years, not 40 years in the beauty business. I started when I was 18 years old, but I had been already a beauty junkie and a fan of beauty from the time I was old enough to breathe. And so for me, sharing my passion for making people look and feel more beautiful is just it's just such a part of me. And so I hope I help make you feel more beautiful and give you some tips that'll help you out. And I hope you have a beautiful day. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.